Okay, welcome back. We're on what I believe is day 3 of our Nomad run, where we live in the back of a truck. We are about to head up the road to a farm. There should be, like, further up the street, we're looking for a large-scale farm. I'm gonna very quickly check our map here, our build 42 map, and I will bring that up on screen so you guys can see where we are and where we want to be. So, I believe, I don't know why this map has been acting so buggy lately. Every time I tab back out to it, I have to refresh, and it's never done that before until they updated it with these new names over the top of it. So we are, I believe, along this road, about here. This is where we're at right now. So to show you, that right there is the brown building beside the road on the map. And we're gonna go further along here, up the street. We're headed for this place because I want to check out, they've got some furniture that we might be able to take. I think that they've probably got some crops. They might have some chickens that we can harvest, the butcher, to give us some actual meat content. Maybe there'll be some books, who knows. And also there's like this other place across the road that's got like a pretty good garage and like a shed as well, so might be wise for us to check on both of them. So who knows? We might be able to find something of worth. That's what we're doing. That's where we're headed right now. Okay. Yo, what up, Glacial? How you doing? Good to see you, mate. Welcome. Get rid of that one. I saw Pep's games of the finals didn't go so well last night. He's been frantically trying to convert as many people as possible to play that game. I think he needs some boys to play with. He needs a squad. Not too shabby. Happy Friday. You as well, my friend. You as well. I have a beef stew in the slow cooker for when I finish stream tonight. We've got an exclusive first look at the new update for Earnshaw today at 6 p.m. So that'll be cool. I have a coffee. I have a hydration drink. Frank has been walked and fed. It is a good day. Oh, and we got new videos going out tonight on both channels. We got something, we got a sponsored video going up on the main channel tonight for Terminus Zombie Survivors, because they've just released their new DLC. Which was really good, by the way. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I always love working with those guys. Look, worked with them once before and it was great. And the DLC is just as good. And we got a new VOD going out tonight, the first of this series, actually. So, right, I think this is it here. Sir, you are far too productive. I know. I know. It doesn't match up with the streamer archetype, does it? Yo, bread. It's what's going on? Thank you very much for the 4 months subscribed. Thank you. Can we get some more bread ups in chat, please? Do you have a few left? We must have a few left, chat. Ooh, an ice axe. Ib. Oh, they're coming out of the trees. Dude, the thing about driving a vehicle this big is that it attracts zombies from ages away. Like, once they latch on to the sound of it, they follow it for miles. Thank you for the bread ups, guys. You were really looking forward to the stream today? I was actually really looking forward to getting on stream today. I don't think I necessarily need to hide the fact, or I certainly don't think it would surprise some people that, you know, playing Grunting Zomboid all the time, sometimes I'm just not as into it as I am other times. But with the RV interior mod coming back, I was really looking forward to jumping back on today. I've really enjoyed... I just love base building, man, and like furnishing a little place like that and challenging myself with like a small safe house, you know? So the whole RV interior mod coming back is just perfect, to be honest. Pink paint. Used to paint plastered walls. Do you think we have to get like plaster for the walls in the truck? Do you think that's something we need to do if we wanted to paint the walls? Or whether like, do metal walls work differently? Can they just not be painted? Oh, a rubber hose. Oh, that's absolute god tier loot. Okay. So, for the uninitiated, that rubber hose means that we can now siphon gas from other vehicles. Which means we may actually be able to head to the gas station today and get it up and running. Like, we may actually be able to solve our gas problem. And I don't mean frank toxic gas. I mean actual gas for the vehicle. No worries, were though. Have a good one. What up, Louise? Hello, Crimble Crumbles. Not heard that one before. Crimble Crumbles, huh? Tell me more. Where has that come from? What are Crimble Crumbles? Is an ice axe a two-hander? It's a one-hander, but it goes on your back. Interesting. Not many one-handers that go on your back. Machetes is the only thing that I can think of, actually. Aside from the ice axe. Is there any more? How did... Oh! Hold on. Hold that thought. Hold that thought, Vorta. Sorry. How does the RV interior mod work? Basically, you get in the vehicle, you hold V for the contextual menu, and there's an option to go in the vehicle. What up, B-Fowl? How you doing? So hang on, I'll show you real quick. So I can basically hop in the vehicle, hold V, get into RV, and then this will be off the map somewhere. Basically, like this will just be like added in the corner of the map, but obviously you're never gonna reach it. So. Pipes. Oh yeah, pipes go on the character's back as well, don't they? Yeah, yeah. Is the interior mod coming back to build 42? This is build 42. It's out right now. It's on the workshop. I was actually thinking about doing a YouTube video around it, but I don't know if I can... Like, what's the best way for me to put this? I don't know if I can make a like challenge video that's interesting enough for like the RV interior mod. Does that make sense? Because it's always the challenge with PZ content for me. Is finding something that can be self-contained within like a relatively small-sized episode without there being hours of dead time. And I don't mean dead time in the sense that like it's just doing nothing. I just mean that it's not very it's not different to a regular Project Zomboid playthrough. Like this right now is great for like VODs and streams, but it wouldn't make a very good like YouTube video, right? Because all we're doing is regular Project Zomboid, essentially. I could do maybe like a talking topic about like how the RV interior mod with 10 years later is like a match made in heaven sort of thing. Maybe. Do it so it's kind of like half like a longer intro matched with like a little bit of gameplay. Talking topic with gameplay on top. It's always a challenge. There's also the fact that because I have an editor to do videos, I can't just do these like I can't do these like 100 days series that some people do because like it's just too much footage to ask someone to go through. Hang on. Yeah, did you guys just get an ad? FBOs, thank you very much for the follow. I suppose if they did get an ad, they wouldn't be able to tell me. I'll ask in a sec. My dashboard just told me that it's played like ads. I played 3 minutes at the start of the stream so that we wouldn't have any for the next like hour. And it's just told me it's played one. Because Twitch is dumb. Finally survived my forest 100 days last week. Then you died in a horrible car crash. Crashed a bridge at 120 miles an hour. Oof. Been waiting for build 42 until multiplayer. Yeah, that's fair enough. A lot of people are. Can zombies reach you here or destroy the RV? So they can't get in the interior. But, I mean, you know, they can surround the RV and you can just get, like, trapped. That's the biggest risk with the RV interior mod, right? Is you need to make sure your surrounding area is clear, otherwise you risk getting, like, trapped inside. Near enough from other streamers, ads playing when they're disabled. It wouldn't surprise me. And I'm not saying like Twitch is doing it like on purpose to try and make money. I think it's just again like a case of like Twitch not what's the word? Not like building the right systems in place that it reacts appropriately, or not explaining something properly, because they're terrible at that. They've always been awful at explaining stuff. But like, so when I played like a 3-minute ad at the start of the stream, a message comes up saying pre-roll ads are now disabled for 61 minutes, right? And it's just played one, and we're only half an hour in. And it's like, okay, well then what was the point of me playing that 3-minute of ads to stop ones coming up? So I don't know why it's done that. Can you put a proper drinking chair on the roof and drive the truck like Mr. Bean? You know, there's actually a vehicle that has that. I can't remember what mod pack it was part of, but there is actually a mod that has a chair on the roof. Like, it's the Mr. Bean car. I can't remember if it was one of KI5's. How many is that? I can't see how many is there. Oh, hang on, the window broke. That should mean that 1 or 2 have come in. No? Okay, they've not come in, they've just broken it and then moved along. I definitely think that bug needs to be fixed. Quite often you'll get that where a zombie will like break a door or a window and then they won't go through it. They'll go to the next, like, the next window along or the next door. Very weird, like, tracking problem they have. I thought pre-roll ads were just ones that came up as soon as you entered the stream, but I could be wrong. They are, yes. Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's disabled pre-roll, but not mid-roll. Well, I think I have mid-roll turned off. I'm going to check now. Sorry, I apologize to all the VOD watchers. If I can find the bloody ads in my settings. There is. Ads. So, how many minutes of ads per hour do you want to run? 3 minutes. Ad length and frequency manual. Disable pre-rolls when I run ads. Okay. It's so refreshing to play in a winter season. Most of my playthroughs never get to autumn. Just can't commit that much and get bored, so I start changing month to October. Yeah, I'm the same, dude. I can't play Project Zomboid for like more than like, I think the longest I went was like 3 months before I got bored. That's why a lot of the changes for build 42 are being made, because a lot of people share that sentiment, I think. Mastery? That's amazing, actually. Kind of pleased with that. How much water does this have in it? 20 liters? Can I give my character a wash? I can't wash all my clothing, but I feel like he deserves it. It's been a while, you know? In fact, I don't think my character has had a wash at all since we started this playthrough. He gonna be stanky. Stanky, stanky boy. Oh, nice. The guys behind Echron just announced that like we were doing the collaboration later and that we're live right now streaming Project Zomboid. What a good bunch of people those devs are. I'm looking forward to that later today. It'd be good. I'm far from an expert on Echron, so I hope that, you know, people don't come in and ask me like a shitload of questions about the class or like expect me to know the ins and outs of the game, because like I haven't played like a whole bunch of it, but I did really enjoy it. We did like 2 streams, I think, and I did really enjoy it. Ooh, green and orange paint. Let's go ahead and pick those up. I don't know what colors I want to paint my vehicle in, or the interior in, but might be good to actually have some options. There's an antique stove here, but the vehicle, the stove in the vehicle is powered by the car battery anyway, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. I always get really anxious about doing these like exclusive previews for games that have like a lot of depth and knowledge about them, because like I always feel like the veterans in the community are gonna like immediately sniff out that I don't know what I'm talking about, or that I'm new to the game or whatever, which is silly really, because like it doesn't matter. Doesn't you do kind of get that a little bit. Somebody will drop in and just be like, huh, this guy doesn't know where to get the great sword of greatswordness. He's not even level 40. Over. Here we go. All these zombies that followed us. I just want to drop off the paint. I'm going to put it actually in the back of the truck. I still find it funny that this like doesn't count towards the storage of the interior at all. There's the interior of the truck, and then there's the back of the truck, which would really be the same thing, but what weapons are you carrying? An ice axe, a hammer, and a butcher's cleaver right now. I wish I had a box truck outside IRL. Would probably be a lot cheaper than a house. You know, like there's some people that like have like quite popular TikTok channels and stuff like that that like basically it's just them documenting like life living in like a truck, or like, you know, there's a lot of like long haul truckers, right, that sleep and eat in their trucks, and it's surprising like actually how well furnished they are. I finally get to watch you live. Hello. That is the screaming of somebody that has wanted to come by for a while. Why are we talking so loudly? There's no chickens in that pen, which is kind of annoying. Oh, that's a lot of zombies. Oh, why is there more? Where are they all coming from and why? Okay. Do you have a normal streaming schedule? No, we don't have any schedule. So I'm a YouTuber through and through. So I have the main channel, the second channel. I post shorts, and I actually have a third channel that's like a new project, which is something completely different to my main stuff. It's not related in any way, shape, or form. So having a streaming schedule, unfortunately, is not really an option for me. Just because, like, I need to fit it around everything else. It's the fun part of what I do. It's the fun, like, hobby side. It's the part that's very much doesn't feel like work at all, and is just the, you know, like I said, the part I enjoy. So I'm reluctant to make it like rigid and regimented. You know what I mean? Because I want to enjoy it. That said, if you do want to be notified when I go live, !Discord. When you join the Discord, you'll be asked if you like watch the live streams, I think, or want to be notified of like when live streams go up. So there is an option. No chickens. Ugh. Oh, can we wash in this? We can wash. It's still not even... Oh, I need 108. Okay. There's a lake down the way, though, isn't there? So we can use that. There's a well there as well. Kind of want to go to the greenhouse. Pick some herbs, maybe. Currently watching your day one turning the cabin into the ultimate base. Oh, man, I really wish I did more episodes of that. It was one of those things that I got like 3 episodes into it, and then things just started coming up left, right, and center, and I meant to go back to it and just never did. Which is why I'm trying to get this VOD series done, like, in close proximity to one another. So we streamed yesterday, we've streamed today. And I want to do, like, maybe another one on, I think, maybe Tuesday or Monday. And we should have, like, 4 or 5 episodes of this one at least, I think. Assuming I don't die, obviously, which is always a possibility. Fear of Blood has taught me a lot about water conservation. That's just a trait, right? Or is that a mob that adds an additional trait? I can't remember if that's default. I've never used it, so. Kale, sweet potatoes, green peas. Nice. Okay, so these are actually veggies. Another question. Can I take this? I need 2 carpentry levels for that. So what I'll probably need is a standing sink that doesn't have a cupboard under it. Look at some of these nice little decorative items though. We got a bonsai tree. Some petunias. That's how you know I'm British, chat, because we say petunias, not petunias. Petunias. In it. Look at all these nice plant pots I can put in my truck. I think it's vanilla. Gotcha. A Beardly? Hey, thank you for that follow, by the way. I saw it when I started stream today. Thank you very much. Did not go unnoticed. Another battery. Batteries are great for us, honestly. What pens do I have? I have a red pen. Okay, so I need like a blue one or a multicolored next. Right, let's harvest some of these crops. Because we have a freezer, so these will be like really good to grab. Almost. I would say 3 is my favorite because you get your first new helmet, the sub icon. You get a new one at 3 months. But we were very close. You're very close. Thank you, Strider. I appreciate the sub, dude. Thank you very much. Okay, let's have some strawberries. I won't be able to combine those with much, so I'm gonna eat those. The rest will probably be really good to combine with like meals. I'm gonna throw them in my backpack. Is build 42 multiplayer yet? No. Negative. That bin might be better than the one we've got as well, because it's kind of like smaller, more compact. I'm gonna grab this. How much is it? 5? Da -da -da -da. You guys didn't sign in today for Project Zomboid. You guys have actually unwittingly tuned into my truck life. And all it is me furnishing the inside of a truck. Stumbled across you on YouTube, ended up buying the game. Hell yeah, man. How are you finding it so far? Wait. Let me guess. Really difficult. Yeah, it's gonna probably be a long wait, Panda. Project Zomboid has always taken like a long time between updates, so I'd assume that it's not gonna be here for a while. Settle in, find some interesting and new things to do with it, you know. Thank you, Louise. I missed some follows. We had Jeff, BD Morlak, One Hit Panda, Bad Monterreal, and J Peasy. Thank you. And Comatose as well. Thank you for the follows. Man, is this your base? Nope. Our base is in the back of a truck. In fact, that's kind of the whole playthrough. We're living in the back of a truck right now. I think my Steam review of PZ is I hate this game, but I can't stop playing it. Yeah, it is weirdly. Trust me, the start of the game is really difficult. I always tell this story when somebody new picks up the game. My partner Lucy, who has over 2,000 hours in Project Zomboid, she actually has more playtime than I do, and I do it for a living. She almost rage quit. Like it full on, and she will tell you this as well. It's not just me saying this. She full on, she was in tears. Like, it had her in tears with anger and upset, and she went back to it purely out of spite, basically to say, I'm not gonna let this game beat me, and now she has over 2,000 hours. So, trust me when I say, this game is difficult for everyone, but you will come to love it if you're into zombie survival stuff. There will be that moment where things just kind of click. Everybody kind of has it with Project Zomboid. And I think that mostly comes with learning zombie aggro and how to escape zombies and like how many you can fight at once. Once you go through that stage, things start to kind of click. Literally my first experience, yeah. So are wells back to being safe to drink from now? It looks like it. It doesn't tell me it's unsafe, so... Campsite. No, they're not safe to drink from. It didn't give me the warning like it did with the lake. Fertilizer. If we'd have come in here first, I could have fertilized those crops and like, then harvested them. Although I don't know if that works, to be fair. Fire pump. So I think there's a brewery, like a distillery or whatever you want to call it, across the bridge. Like make their own alcohol here. Kind of want to see what's in there, like whether it is like alcoholic goods. Maybe there's some like non-perishable food. Maybe there's just some neat furniture. One thing's for sure, our truck is about to be a lot better looking than it was before. It's already seen quite a lot of furnishing. Sheep. Hold on a minute. I don't think we can make a butcher hook. Yeah, it's level 3 now. Level 3 carpentry. We might be able to get us some sheep. Get us some meat here. Sheep produce milk, right? I don't have any babies though. I need babies to produce milk. That is a ram. That is the ewe. Hello, sheepy. Yeah, good sheep. It's the best feature in the video game. Look, just best feature in games ever. You just saying hello to sheep. Simple pleasures, even in the apocalypse. I didn't kill this one. He was dead already. I thought there was a distillery at this place. Maybe I'm imagining. Oh, what this? A fresh car battery for a heavy-duty vehicle. That's actually kind of massive because our vehicle's a heavy-duty vehicle. That was fresh and fully charged, I think. Yeah, it's fully charged and in top condition. I don't know if we need to replace it, but even if we don't, it'll be really good to have a spare. One we can, you know, we can swap one out and then leave the other on charge if we find a battery charger. I swear that, let me check our map here very quickly. I'm just gonna do this on my other monitor because we're, you know, already here. Where there was like a distillery here. No, there isn't. I guess that was a different one. Okay. That's pretty much it for this place. There's like one other building. But yeah. I know people would love to have a dog or pet, cat in game to pet. I mean, absolutely. They did actually talk about pet animals briefly. They were saying that like they could see them doing something along those lines to for the purpose of like happiness and boredom reduction. Like if you have a pet cat or whatever around, or a pet dog, it like provides like certain benefits to happiness and boredom. I would quit if my pet dog died though. Do you know how heart-wrenching if they add dogs? Do you know how many YouTubers are gonna make freaking I Am Legend videos where the bloody dog dies in the most sad, upsetting way? You guys are gonna have to watch those videos, and it's just gonna be killer every time, you know? John Wick, yeah. The John Wick of Project Zomboid. To be fair, I'd be like that about a sheep or a pig. Cry. Well, you guys, I mean, you guys remember where Lucy literally had, she quite literally was crying because she ran over, like, some baby pigs by mistake in Project Zomboid. Or was it rabbits? I don't know. She ran over, like, some baby pigs, I think. And, like, had a full breakdown. And obviously me being the supportive boyfriend in the equation, and loving partner, I did what any man would do, and laughed. Which I'm sure you can imagine went down absolutely brilliantly. Always so helpful and supportive. I try my best. I try my best. No. She saw the funny side of it later, and obviously I had a bit of a laugh, and then consoled her. It did make me laugh though. But full on tears. Full on tears. I think she thought she was like a murderer, you know? Okay. So we now have a couple different types of paints. I'm gonna put this heavy duty battery in the back. I'm actually gonna put I think I'm gonna put car supplies in the back here, and that's how we car materials will just go in the trunk. Okay. There's fresh crops in the freezer. I do actually need something to eat, so let's just eat this cabbage real quick. I am gonna be losing weight pretty quick. I'm at 78 right now. I need to maybe head to a large store where I can expect there to be some like non-perishable stuff, because we need like we need additives, right? We need like butter and sugar and lard and things like that, things that I can use to add to dishes to put weight on. Okay, we were gonna get rid of this, weren't we? Because instead we were gonna have one of these, a little bit more compact. Then I can delete the other one. Okay. I don't really need much in the way of farming supplies, to be honest, but put these aside until later. Is this the MrAtomicDuck stream? Yes, you're in the right place. Hello, Squillis. Do I have any guys with beards in chat? Do I have any bearded gentlemen among us? I have a thing that I want to relate. I want people to relate to me with, but it requires people to have beards to understand, you know? Howdy, yes, I have one of those. Me, sire. Okay. So, you know the feeling, chat, where you shave your beard for the first time in a while, right? And your mustache and everything. You have like a full shave, cut it right back, and then you go to sip your tea or your coffee, and all of a sudden you don't have to worry about licking your mustache afterwards or getting it in your tash. You know? How nice is it to actually have a drink and not have to worry about getting it all over your face? I'm just... Licking? What, do you expect me to get like a napkin every time I get a little bit of my drink on my tash, dude? Oh, am I gonna carry that shit around with me all the time? Come on now. Did you shave the flavor saver? How dare you? Yes, I did. I'll take my mustache sips. No, I've not got rid of it. To confirm, Bluto, I've not got rid of it. I just like, I have a goatee and I shave it back. I like to have it like relatively short. So like sometimes it grows a little bit too long and then it kind of like gets in the way of eating or drinking, you know? Licking the day's sweat and dust up with it. Oh, piss off. Don't judge me. Look, I bet you're one of those people that's like, oh, I don't let my dog lick me. And it's like, yes, it's disgusting, but it's also one of life's little joys that something fucking adores you. And if you do let your dog lick you, well then fuck off and don't judge me, all right? Because you don't have a leg to stand on. So there, I said it. I said what I wanted. I can't wait for the YouTube comments on this one from like that one person that's like, actually you should never let your dog lick your face. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, sure. Go off. No comment. Okay, while we're reading. So Frank licks your face, then you lick your face. Now you're just putting words in my mouth. Similar to me putting coffee in my beard, you know? Alright, you just... Let's not do that, okay? You leave Frank out of this, alright? You leave Frank out of this. We don't need to go into that much detail. Oh dear. Mine is growing on a different phase. My left grows too fast. Also, like half your beard grows quicker and the other side doesn't. Interesting. Had a beard for over 15 years. Forgotten what that's like. Are you worried, Comatose, that when you finally cut it back after like 15 years, you're not going to know the face behind it? Or are you worried that there's like a small bird nesting in there, you know? Out here, it's illegal to, like, if you destroy a bird nest while cutting a hedge, you can be fined out here. You can be fined quite a whack of money. Like, most people recommend not cutting their hedges during, like, the nesting months out here. So, just, you know, beware. If you finally decide to cut that beard back, you better check for bird nests first. The thing that gets me is that for a few days after cleanly shaving is when I breathe out through my nose, I can feel the cool air blowing over my now naked chin. Yeah, it is true that when you shave your beard right back and there's like a little bit more skin present, you can then feel the wind a little bit colder. You know, it is a little bit colder all of a sudden. I can tell the difference when I don't cut it for weeks, and I can see that it's longer than the other kind. It's kind of weird. Oh, I gotcha. I've named my bird Pierre. Does he get all the crumbs that fall in your beard? Personally, my face is ugly enough that it's okay to forget. Oh dear. Hang on, let me check our map. So I want to go to a oh, hang on. Okay, I've been told I need to update Earnshaw because there's an update that's been pushed. Hopefully, if there's any issues, chat, just tell me and I'll cancel, but this should be fine. Where's the door? There isn't one. You just right click. Right, map. Let's get the map on screen. So we are... Where were we? We're here. We could loot this place across the way. It might not be a bad idea to check the garage, but then it's only like a small garage. It's fine. There's a painting on the wall, though. We could steal some paintings for our truck. Yeah, we need some paintings. That's like right across the street from us. Okay, we're going in there first. Okay, we're gonna get some paintings for our truck. There's another farm up the road, but honestly, I feel like we've got like plenty of vegetables now. Could not stay in the live stream yesterday. Will you post Dandelion Void on YouTube? So I'm not gonna post it on YouTube, Guillermo, because basically there were too many bugs for us to really like play more than like 5 or 10 minutes at a time. We only played like 30 minutes before like basically just calling it off, which was a bit of a shame, but I've relayed it all to the developers and they basically said like, you know, they weren't upset, they weren't like angry or anything. they were like totally understanding, and they basically said like, we'll try and get these fixed up as a priority, and then like we can try again on the current build. So I think they're gonna try fixing it up, and we'll go again. Because it was really I wouldn't say disappointing, but it was a bit sad because like the game was really interesting and the atmosphere was so spooky, and I loved the enemy types, and it was every time we were getting just to make a little bit of progress, we found like these empty battery cells or something, and a station to charge them on, and then our game crashed. I was just like, oh man, because you can't load your save yet because it's so early in pre-alpha. We couldn't. Every time we had to start again. So yeah, we've just sort of said, I've sent it all to them. They're going to use like the crash reports and everything that we had, and hopefully they'll get those bugs fixed, and then we'll try again. I'm really excited about it. I do want to play it again. So I don't know where I want to go. We need to find like a decent sized like supermarket, like a Gigamart or something like that. We could do Ovo Farms. That would get us a lot of meat, but we need additives. We need preservatives. I mean, Ekron's the closest. There is a gas... Excuse me. There is a gas station on the edge of Ekron. We could try and solve our gas problem. There's a liquor store on the other side of these broken trains. We could check that out. Grocery store, hunting store, bar, clothing store, bookstore could be huge. I mean, it'll be pretty difficult to clear some of this out. It's not really hitting the goals that I wanted, but it's still it's close by. It's literally like just up the road, so maybe we can start there in Ekron, then maybe move on to like Brandenburg or something. Spiffos, tool store, sewing store, clothing store, also repair, gardening store. There's a Gigamart in Brandenburg. Here we go. So we could potentially do Ekron and then try to hit like this little section here on the very edge of Brandenburg. Let's do that. We'll make Ekron our first target. Hope they fix it soon. Me too. Me too. So, for those that missed the stream yesterday, what we're talking about is a game called Dandelion Void. And Dandelion Void is a like survival game based on this like generation spacefaring vessel. And a generation ship is essentially like where it's the term given to ships where like entire generations will live and die on that ship, right? They see nothing except the ship. But what's happened is you wake up and it's been taken over by like these sentient plants, basically. It's become like the inside of this space vessel has become a jungle. And you start with nothing, and you have to sort of like piece together what happened using the stories of people that have come before you and survive on this spaceship. Is a very cool concept. And the reason why I'm so interested in it is because Dandelion Void was actually made by the modders that created the Save Our Station mod for Build 41. So if any of you tried Save Our Station, those same people are making a game. And the view perspective is very similar to Project Zomboid 2. It's kind of like the same thing. There's a lot of similarities between the two. I'm very excited to give it a try. once we can play it without crashing. Okay. Is she gonna keep this meat cleaver? I think we're gonna go back. And we're gonna kill 1 or 2 of those sheep in the morning. We're gonna sleep. We're gonna pass the night here. And then we're gonna go harvest a couple of sheep. And that should give us some stuff to make some meals. And we can move on. Can't seem to get a level 1 snare traps to work even when I place them far away. I never catch anything. Do I need to bait them? Yes. Yep, you need to add bait to your traps. Also, there are... I don't know if it's the same in build 42, but there are certain times of day that are best to place your traps. So I can't remember the exact hours. Somebody might want to look this up on the wiki. But basically, the idea is that you place your traps in the like dusk hours and then collect them at dawn. So really early morning. The reason behind that is dusk and dawn is when you're more likely to get like certain catches. It also makes a difference where you put the traps, like in which biome. So I strongly recommend looking at the wiki because there's a lot to know about trapping. What counts as bait? No, you can leave the traps. You leave them there, but don't leave them for like really long periods. Because the longer you leave them, basically every hour the game checks if something is in there, and if there is something in there, it then checks if that thing breaks out. So it's like every hour you leave it in there, there's a chance that it's gonna break. The things that count as bait depends on what you're trying to catch. But yeah. I would strongly advise looking at the wiki. If you're using snare traps, you're basically targeting like birds mostly, I think. I usually try to go for crate traps as soon as possible. The crate traps? I think it's crate traps because box traps are kind of poop. Yeah, crate traps. Because with crate traps, you're more likely to catch like rabbits and raccoons and stuff like that. If you have the recipe for crate traps, if you're looking to catch rabbits, that's your best bet. Snares, I don't know if snares catch rabbits. If they do, it will probably be at like a reduced percentage. Rabbits, I know for a fact their best bait is carrots. Lettuce works very well. Cabbage also works great. Hello, I return, sheep. I don't know if the ram's going to attack me if I kill one of the ewes. But... sorry. Okay, we're going to pick this up and take it outside the fence just in case this ram comes back and tries to mess me up. Can I... here we go. Get less meat without a butcher hook. That's okay, because I couldn't build one even if I wanted to. Is that all we got? 2 poor cuts of mutton and a head. Bruh. Okay. I know it was going to be a reduced amount. I didn't expect it to be that reduced. I'm not gonna lie, it's not even worth me killing this other one. That was awful. I'm foraging. On the way back. 2 bits of meat worth 8 hunger each. That's not even gonna like fill a single meal, dude. Disrespectful to the sheep, honestly. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel. What is this? Bowling ball bag. There's no bowling ball in it, though. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It's like, there's no point me even harvesting that sheep, because, like, it's just wasteful. Make sure to watch the survival guys on trapping. Because my mistake is I'm on a week run. I just found out that I didn't learn the crates and I can't find a magazine or something. Yeah, that's rough. Magazines are muy importante for that. Oh, look at that. We found some beans. This is what it's like to forage in Britain, by the way. Sometimes you just come across like a can of baked beans in the wild. You know? Already tinned. Heinz branded, you know? Sometimes that happens out in the British wilderness. The other thing is that occasionally you'll find like a little campfire with like tea bags and mugs already set up. And that happens from time to time. Just randomly. Bushels of baked beans pre-tinned. Yeah, exactly. You get it. In Canada, it's maple syrup. Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Two more days on holiday before school that you didn't know about. Amazing. That sounds like a win to me. Good stuff. All right, hang on. So we're gonna make some food now, chat. Like actual proper meals. Because we've got like quite a lot of stuff to use here. I'm gonna keep the carrots because we might be able to use them as bait. I've already been defrosting a chicken. Okay. I'm gonna put these poor cuts mutton away. I think we have a roasting pan. We do. Oh, it started. Frank. Brother. It was only a matter of time, chat. God damn, dude. You're such a stinker. Yes, I'm talking to you. Stinkass. He's just looked at me and then put his head right back in his paws and gone back to sleep as if to be like, yeah, I'm what? Oh my god. Jesus Christ, dude. My god. He's your master now. Legitimately. Right, so, as you can see here, chat, we have Project Cook. I can actually, like, add ingredients in here. So I can't put any in yet, I don't think, because they've not defrosted. So, me... Also, to be fair, I don't know if the whole chicken will actually go in there. Let me eat the rest of... That just looks so stupid. Let me just eat the rest of this whole chicken. Just shove the whole thing in my mouth, yep. And then we're gonna use the mutton chops instead. This one is gonna trend. Hashtag let Frank fart. Look, I'm not saying he can't. I'm just saying he stinks. Pot of stew rocks, not gonna lie. I'm making a beef stew right now. That's how you can tell I'm an experienced streamer, because I have a pot of beef stew in the slow cooker right now. Ready for when I end stream later. It's gonna be amazing. It's got carrots and celery and lots of really good quality beef. There's some garlic in there, some Worcestershire sauce. Let me just... Hang on, let me say that again. For those of you in America, Worcestershire. Not Worcestershire or any other likes. It's Worcestershire. Okay? Well, now there. Worcestershire sauce, some stock pot. It'll be great. Yeah, who's your sister sauce? Not Worcester sauce? No, no, no. I don't know if I've actually been to Worcestershire. Actually. I know that's a random comment. I just don't know. I don't know if I've been. Whoever came up with that pronunciation for a word spells like that deserves a slap on the neck. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. It's fair enough. Okay. Cooking panel. Now we have ingredients, I should think. Yes. So we're going to add both of these. Can I only do one at a time? There's 53 hunger. This is why we need like sauces and stuff like that to add to it. We need something to make it like a little bit more enjoyable. Oh, there's wait, it's making me unhappy. Oh, is it because it's uncooked? Okay. That's a little like a very small hack, by the way, just to get like more cooking XP. Cook all your ingredients first and then cook the dish afterwards. Have you ever tried to forge in PC? I'm trying to forge stuff, but it's kind of grindy because it's too much of a requirement, but it's still trying. As of now, I can't forge anything. No, I haven't. I'm waiting, to be honest, before I really engage with the crafting system in build 42, I'm kind of waiting for it to stabilize and for them to, like, finish it. Because it's too much, I think, right now. Your RV is coming along nicely, yeah. We've gotten some upgrades, that's for sure. We're preparing to take a big trip into Ekron, and we're gonna hit the gas station because we've finally got like a funnel. A rubber hose, which means I can siphon some gas from my vehicle, power a generator, and get the gas station up and running. So we're finally gonna solve our gas problem. We just gotta clear a gas station. Love your videos. You just lost the game. God fucking damn it, dude. I was going for like 10 years. You've just ruined my 10-year streak. How dare you? Frank is so cute right now. It's very easy to forget that he farts toxic waste when he's sleeping like he is right now. He's just curled up under the desk, sleeping away. He's so weird as well. He doesn't seem to like dog beds. He doesn't, like, he has a dog bed and he just doesn't use it. Doesn't seem to like it. He'll happily sleep on the actual bed and on the sofa, but he will not sleep in a dog bed. He just doesn't. He'd rather sleep on the floor, which he does. Quite happily sleeps on the floor. He's an odd boy. Here we go. Why is it still making me unhappy? Is it because I put too many ingredients in it? That's BS. Maybe it's the poor mutton chops. I don't know. Riot. It's got 71 hunger in it. Let's have a quarter. We'll throw it in the freezer. All right. If you tried to snuggle into the dog bed, I bet he would want to use it. Probably. You shall not dictate where I sleep, human. Yeah, he very much wants to be wherever the people are. That's Project RV Interior is what you're looking for. Exclamation mark mods, you can find it in there. Okay, is this it? This is it here, isn't it? No, got a little bit further to go. was just along this road, right? Pretty sure it was. Oh, one of those sly little road trees. It's close. The Gorky's Supreme, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Appreciate that. Just wondering, because I found another one called RV Life that does a similar thing. Yeah, I don't know if there's any difference, to be honest. Really, between the two. Okay. So these are the houses on the outskirts of Ekron. So we're gonna come past these, and then we're gonna take a left for the gas station. Thank you for the follow, the game. Appreciate that. It was on our left, I believe. One teleported me to the far end of the map in an endless field. Ah, yeah, that's not great. Yeah, that's because, like, it does that's all it does. The mod is teleporting you off to, like, one of the far corners of the map, which is where they then put the vehicle's interior, right? That's where they design it. Jeez. Okay. You're not in danger in the RV. So inside the interior, I don't think so, because they can't reach you. They can't teleport like you do. But it doesn't stop them crowding around the vehicle, so that when you come out, you're just trapped. The only mod we've got to add to that pack that I forgot to put in there, which is a real blunder on my part because it's a pretty big one, is we didn't put 10 years later in there. So yeah, keep in mind 10 years later is required for this setup that we're doing. You don't need it, but we're running it. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, they all just decided now was the time. Bum. Short, blunt, level up. Okay. So far, so good. A little bit of muscle strain. Can't see behind the truck, so I need to be careful when I'm doing that. But if they're gonna keep trickling down the truck here, I will keep fighting them like this. This is fine by me. Okay, now we need a rest. That was pretty rough. Do zombies know when you're in the back of the truck? I don't think so. I hadn't played in a bit and I was spooked by the sound of the door scratching. Yeah, that is like the door scratching sound for zombies is like a lot better now. It's really cool. Very spooky. Got some muscle strain. Does that person have a pipe wrench impaled through them? How? How does that even happen? How do you impale someone with a pipe wrench? With great effort, I guess. Frank has just let out like the biggest snort of unamusement. When I'm sat down for like long periods, like if I'm streaming for a few hours, he lets me know that like he's sometimes that he's unhappy with the state of things. He'll make like this really long snort, as if to be like, "Huff, Dad, I'm bored." You know, I'm not getting enough attention. Holy shit, RV interior and build 42 finally. Yep. Yep. It's back, baby. I need to leave some stuff behind so that I can pick up this backpack. Sorry, generator. Here we go. Need Frank Moodles mod? Dude, that'd be great. I'd love if a modder would make Moodles like using Frank as the design. That'd be great. We need a Twitch emote for Frank. Okay, so now we're gonna take a little bit of gas. We don't need much. I'll do. Fill this up. Now we picked the electrician occupation. So I already know how to operate generators. Now the theory is I can drive this in here and fill the truck and then fill up the gas cans. Like this, exactly. Frank emote wearing the duck? Yeah. I would use the fuck out of some Frank emotes. Maybe when I've got a little bit more money in my back pocket, then we can look at it. I got a big tax bill coming up this year that basically all my money is going towards, because my accountant did not exactly do me justice this year. It's been quite a big issue. Which is why you will see a couple more sponsorships over the next couple of months. Oh, hi. Did not realize that there were so many of you hiding under that roof there. Chat, just gonna check a message real quick. I apologize. How are we all doing over there, guys? Are we good? I'm just checking something, chat. I've got a couple of things going on in the background with sponsorships and events and stuff today, so I'm just making sure. Ew. Okay. Chat, you're gonna help me, right? I've just had an email about doing a potential sponsor for a game, like in the last 20 minutes. So we're gonna have a look at this game real quick. I'm gonna get your thoughts. Let's get a live like poll of whether you actually like the look of this game or not. So it's called Westland Survival, which I imagine is survival in the Wild West. Okay? Tell me what you think. Did that say Hello Games? Yes, it did. Yes. No, sorry, Helio. Helio Games. My first instinct is I'm not a fan of the graphics. It looks very mobile game. And this makes me think more so that it's a mobile game. Not saying it's bad. But I don't like the idea of doing a dedicated video for the game if it's gonna be if it's just a mobile game that's been repurposed for PC. If it's an ad integration, like if it's an ad segment in a video, that would be fine. But I'm not sure I'd want to do a full video on a game that's actually meant to be a mobile game because I'm not a mobile games creator. People just wouldn't be interested. Let me see, what have they said? Oh Jesus, they want the content to go out within the next 2 weeks. Not even sure I could do that, to be honest, with stuff I've already got lined up. I think that would just have to be just like ad segment only, I think. Um uh I don't think I'd be interested in a dedicated video. But would consider an ad integration if they'd be interested. Cool. Okay. I'll leave that with them. We'll see. Doesn't look like one I'd want to cover in full, to be honest. Looks very mobile. Look at the auto toggle in the bottom left. You don't even tap for. Oh, yeah, that's a very clear sign that it's a mobile game as well. You're right. There was an auto thing in the bottom left. That's a very clear sign it's a mobile game. And like I say, that's not too much of a problem if we're just doing like a 1-minute ad integration. But if I do like a full video on a mobile game, like people aren't gonna like that. Sorry, chat. Just getting like a couple of messages from my agent at the moment that I just very, very quickly need to respond to. Oh, fabulous. Sorry, works literally. Sorry, chat. I'm really sorry to do this on stream. Works literally just kicking off, and I can't like, um, uh, need to adjust some stuff now. This is just, you know, a little bit of work stuff, a little bit of work things. Okay, that should be fine. I can leave that now. Okay, we're good. Sorry, back to it. It's important, I promise, chat. Literally, we're talking about things that are going to pay my bills for the next couple months. My apologies. I promise it's important. What up, Grand? How's it going, bud? Dr. Duck, MA, PhD, BSc. I actually have a BSc. That one's accurate. I worked long and hard for that BSc and then did absolutely fuck all with it. Well, that's not true. I did a zoo management degree, bachelor's science degree in zoo management, and now I run. It's taught me to run this zoo. So you are the zoo, chat. Ooh, alcohol wipes. Take those. Oh, frick. And hopefully that alarm doesn't draw over that group. ETC is the most important part. Bills don't sound that important. Unfortunately, I mean, firstly, you should know that a duck's bill is the most important part of the duck. Secondly, unfortunately, I do need to pay for my my house and Frank's vet bills that have recently been going on. He's a very good boy, but his vet bills have been bleeding me dry this last couple months. But the good news is that, like, you know, they should all now be done for like a good while. Extra gas cans might not hurt. We can stock up some more gas. Knocks on wood, yeah. Yeah, because he had his surgery, which granted I didn't have to pay for, but I had to pay for some stuff like kind of around it. And he had a bit of like gastroenteritis before, which is, for lack of a better word, is basically like nausea and tummy upset and throwing up. So we had to pay like out the nose for that. And then we've had to get like all his worming and vaccinations and stuff just now, so he's had a few costs come up. And the trouble is because of his breathing problems on account of being a French bulldog, because of his boas, you know, like insurance is not worth having because they want to charge me like £90 a month because of his existing problems. And it's ridiculous, really, because once he's had, like, now he's had this surgery, that won't be a problem. It's literally like non-existent now. But as far as they see it, it's like, oh, this dog's got like an existing thing, so we have to charge more. Like, I can't add £90 a month to my monthly bills. It's ridiculous. I'm better off putting that money away in like a bank account every month and keeping it in case I need it. And for those Americans in chat, 90 pounds a month would probably be about like maybe $110 a month. Put it in Dogecoin instead. Stop it. My French bulldog's breathing is fine. She has a long snout. Well, you're lucky. You're lucky. Frank had some really bad breathing problems when we got him, which was part of why he was rehomed. So it was kind of like, basically the arrangement for Frank was they wanted somebody that could give him a much better like quality of life. 121 USD. There you go. They needed somebody that could give him a much better quality of life. Give him a garden. Give him a like somebody that was going to be around a lot of the time. You know, no other pets in the home, all of which would be different from where he was previously. But he needed this surgery. The rescue center was going to pay for the surgery. But, you know, obviously it was my responsibility to like look after him afterwards and make sure he recovered okay and stuff. And he's so much better. He's had that surgery and he's so much better. It's actually incredible how much of a difference it made immediately. It was literally the next day. Like, he was just so much better with his breathing. So, as long as he's happy. Oh, dude, he's over the moon. He's definitely enjoying the benefits of, like, his new life now. Like, there was a little bit of time where, like, he was totally terrified to be left on his own, and we're definitely going to have to work on some attachment issues with him because he's gotten very used to me being around all the time. So we've got to teach him it's okay to be on his own, but he loves having a garden. Sometimes like he'll just go out in the garden by himself and go sit in the sun on the decking, and I love seeing that because at his old owner's place he didn't have a garden. We had to teach him to go pee in the garden because he wouldn't go initially, because my garden is artificial grass, so he didn't realize at first that he was even allowed to go. That's again, translation for Americans. Garden is a yard, right? A backyard. He didn't even know that he was allowed to go pee on the grass, so we'd hold it until I took him for a walk. We had to teach him. You mentioned that Frank's previous owners have bought another dog since. Yeah, well, let's just put it this way. Part of the reason Frank was rehomed was because he couldn't, they couldn't afford the surgery for his Boas. However, despite that, they knew that he needed the surgery and went and bought 2 other French bulldogs from a breeder. Those other dogs then picked on him when he was at home. And Frank was the dog that got rehomed. So, despite him obviously being there the longest, he was their first dog. And they didn't have a garden, and they didn't have stairs. So I don't know what kind of environment Frank was living in before. But let's just say I don't think it would have been suitable for him. And some people don't deserve dogs. So I'm very glad that we could give him, like, a place that, you know, actually cares and loves him. He's got family nearby that love to see him. My mum is literally, like, I don't know, a 5-minute drive, maybe 10-minute drive from me. He loves going over there to see her, and my mum is, like, the biggest softie when it comes to animals, so... He's very, very well looked after. And he's very happy. If you can't care for the first one, you don't get more. Yeah, exactly. That's it. I mean, that's what a reasonable person would think, isn't it? Is if I can't afford this surgery for my first dog, maybe I shouldn't get another one. Maybe I should put that money to one side and pay for this surgery. But... unfortunately, not everybody thinks that way. And I don't know, this is the problem with breeders, is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they can be very scrupulous morals. And, you know, there's no way that if you went through any official body out here, they would allow you to have 3 dogs without a garden. They wouldn't let you have 1 dog without a garden here. It's a genuine thing that they ask you when you rehome from rescue centers out here is, do you have a garden? And if so, does it have a 6-foot fence? If the answer is no to either of those questions, they will usually tell you that you can't have a dog. Not saying you do need to have one if you're, like, right next to, like, open green space and stuff like that, but usually they're pretty strict on that. And they will just say, like, no, you can't have one if you don't have a garden, sort of thing. Even if you have got green space nearby. Breeders aren't all equal, exactly. Did you teach him by peeing in the yard yourself and encouraging him that way? No, we basically... So when he first moved in, he was having some problems with going pee during the night. To be honest, the first week was the worst. Like, he peed and pooed downstairs in the night. Like, it was... Let's just say, it's a very good job I have laminate wood floor downstairs. Otherwise, we would have had some pretty big problems. But what we did was I started putting down a towel for him at night because it was as if he couldn't hold it all the way through. Basically turned out to be, we think it was anxiety in the end. But we put down a towel for him, and he immediately learned that, like, it seemed to immediately know that he was supposed to go pee on the towel, right? And then he was doing it every single night on the towel. So at that point, it was like, okay, we think he's doing this because he thinks it's okay to go on the towel now. So we moved the towel outside onto the grass, and sure enough, that kind of got him to go. And then he realized it was okay to go out there. And then we removed the towel altogether, and he stopped peeing inside. So it was a bit of a process, but, like, you know, a week or 2 on, and he's perfectly fine now and doesn't have any issues. So Probably don't use that towel anymore. Yeah, it's we keep that towel. Obviously it's been washed, obviously, like, and everything, and it was an old rag anyway, really, like a really beat up one. That's basically just used for, like, I don't know, like if we have the patio door open, like yesterday when I was streaming, I had the patio door open and noticed it was raining and there was like a big puddle of water just inside the door. I'll use it to clean that up, right? Like, I'll put that down. It's used for outdoor messes now. That's it. For guests, no, I don't give guests Frank's pee towel. No, that's that would be something, wouldn't it? Here you go. Here's a lovely towel for you, sir. For your stay. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I'm just reading something here. Okay, so the developer behind Evanshaw has sent me a message. They've got like a save that we can run as well. So we'll start off in the new area and try out the starter zone for the Stormcaller. And then what I can do is I can do some save file trickery, and will be placed into like a higher level area with like a dungeon. So we'll be able to try like the class at some higher levels. So that's cool. Interesting. Right. Let's look at where we want to go next. So I think, let me bring this up for you guys. So we've now got gas. The tank is full, and that is something because the tank on this vehicle is massive. The tank is full. We're across the street at the gas station. There's a liquor store around the corner that might be worth hitting because it might have some like non-perishable goods. I would have to leave the truck here at the broken train, or around the gas station, I suppose. But I do think potentially it's worth going in here because there's a bookstore just around the corner that I would kind of like to hit. We've got a medical center that might have some useful medical supplies. A hunting store. A pharmacy. All of these are kind of like decent stores for us. Grocers might have some interesting like non-perishables in the back, maybe. I think all of these are kind of worth hitting for us, so I think we should do it. What's this place? Is this a school? Community center. Okay, we drove past this, but there's no books that I see. Is there books on the second floor? Oh, there's a basement. Nothing really in there though of interest. Floor 1. There are some books. Oh. Okay. There would be a big library on floor 1. Nothing on floor 2, really. Okay. This could be huge. Car parts for repair and maintenance. Yeah, it might be worth looking into as well. I don't think we're going to need it for a long time. And I don't think there's any car parts around. There's a metal workshop, but I don't think there's a mechanics in town in Ekron. So I think we have to go without that. Definitely think we should put that on our list, though. So the question is, do we hit the community center first, or do we hit the town first? I want to kind of do the town, I think. just because we need more stuff from there. The books are good, but they're not essential. Or do we hit the books first so that when we head into town, I can back up and read in between fights? Let's do that, because we're gonna need breaks. So let's hit the bookstore first, I reckon. Right. The community center's back this way. I may even just be better to go on foot from here, because it's only like there. How's that hammer looking? Do I need another weapon? No, we're good. Oh. Why can't we spawn in Louisville? I never really went there anyway. With my driving skills, driving there while my PC is crying. The reason why we can't go there is because the game spawns you in like easier locations to start with, and it's always been considered quite a progressionary barrier. Like going to Louisville is kind of considered like a big journey, you know. It's a big accomplishment for newer players, and it's a big deal when you go. You sort of have to prepare for the trip. It's always been like a late game area, I guess. It's considered more of an event, you know. But you can install a mod for sure. Quite a few mods will do that. That's not the community center. Oh, it's there. Still don't think it's worth taking the truck, because I'd draw all of these zombies down the road with me. I mean, in that instance, Kai, if you're a fan of playing in vanilla, I mean, the mod, you are playing vanilla. You're not exactly modding the game, are you? You're just changing your spawn point. It's nothing you couldn't do with the debug menu if you wanted to. But the reason it's not been added in vanilla is because there needs to be a location that players kind of aspire to get to, right? It's an achievement, it's a goal, it's a thing to aim for. If you could just spawn anywhere you wanted, well then, you know, there wouldn't be, it would remove one of those exciting journeys, one of those adventures. So we need to get to the second floor of this building. I think we can get in here without any issues, to be honest. The group over there, we can avoid them. Two or three under the doorway. I kind of want to try and pull like a couple of these away. I wouldn't mind killing like a couple of them. RV living, eh? That's right, messy bun. He's the metal shop, interesting. I say RV living, we're living in the back of a truck. Oh, that's a lot of banging around. This is why I wanted to fight a couple zombies before we went in. Because I have a feeling they've all been aggroed because of what I was, like, me fighting this one zombie. I want to see if, like, a whole bunch of them are about to come pouring out of this building. Yeah, look. Yep. And that is why I didn't go in immediately. Is that a katana? No, it's a hockey stick. Hey, your settings regular apocalypse outside 10 years later. We have, I think we have like a, I can't remember what we did. I think we have more zombies, but like they're weak, not like standard. Just loop him through a couple trees, try and stagger him a little bit. Whew, okay. Well, that was something. This is why I wanted to try and go get some books, because with fights like that to expect in Ekron, we need some breaks in between. Take our roast out of the freezer as well. Put away a couple of extra things. Do I have a book I can read? I think I do. Oh. Getting pretty late. I need like a, maybe like a magazine or something we can chew on, but not got anything yet. Just rest for a minute and I can catch up with you guys. Oh. First katana is from that gun store, but kind of sad that you can't fix it. Yeah. They're a special weapon. Can't be repaired. It's automatic every time I heard a weird scream from your guy. Austin Powers, oh behave, plays in my head. Behave, darling. Fucking Austin Powers was incredible, dude. I used to love Austin Powers. A true classic for the ages, indeed. What up, Ash? How you doing, buddy? Oh, hello, Frank. Have you just woken up from your nap? Hello? Oh, he wants a fuss, chat. He's just woken up. How's life in the shed? Oh, you mean in my truck? Yeah, it's good, it's good. Oh, he's such a good boy. Guys want Frank Cam again? You guys want to see Frank again today? He's woken up and he's very enthusiastic right now. Show us. Hang on. It always has power and it runs off the battery, Rafty. One sec. Here he is. Hello, Frank. Oh, say hi to the people. Say hi to the people. Yeah, you're a good boy. What are you doing? Hmm? What are you doing? You're just staring. What? You wanna come up? No? Just stand and look at me. Yeah. A good egg. Oh yeah. Whoa, big yawn. He's literally just woken up from a nap. He's a good boy. Whoa, big stretch. Notice how he has to get like as close to me as possible. Like he's under the chair right now. He has to get like as close to me as he can. Frank, what are you doing? Hey. Back. What you doing? What you doing? Good boy. Yeah. You're such a good boy. Such a good boy. Yeah. I know. Thank you. I love you too. He's such a little gremlin. I don't know, mate. Maybe we have to get you some treats up here so that we can feed you. Cat. Sit now. Done. And the annoying thing is that I'm gonna have to move him because he's laying where the chair needs to go. My desk. He's laying where the chair needs to go right now. Frankie, I need to ask you to move, sir. Says no, I'm sleeping. Goof. Yes, you're a goof. You budge. Budge, budge. Good boy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bubba. Oh. You can't hear it, but he's making this little noise he makes when he's talking back. That better? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Ugh. Okay. Oh, he's led on his side now. He's he's hang on. Sorry, I need to. Hang on. Are you being a dork? Oh, yeah. Look at him. He's just being a numpty. Oh, big stretch. He's just a lump. He's just a big lump. Yeah. You see his paws going when I reach down. Oh, okay. We'll let him rest now. I love how as soon as I take the camera off him and I move my chair forward, he starts rolling around like an idiot. Like an idiot. Aren't you? Starts rolling around like a dork. Right. Sorry, chat. Hope you enjoyed that that little detour from our zombie apocalypse. Okay. No, not my lighter. Where's my flashlight? Where's my flashlight gone? Did I put it away? Am I dumb? I think I might be dumb. Oh, I think I know where it is. It's in the back of the truck because we removed it to pick up the generator. Freezers runs on the RV battery. Yeah. Yeah. The power runs off of the car battery, basically. isn't it letting me access the trunk? There we go. Weird. Aha! Much better. Never apologize for Frank Cam. Yeah. He's the highlight of the stream now. I'm gonna need to get like an actual camera set up for Frank. So that there's just like a little camera that's like under the desk looking down there. Yeah, there's something very sus about that that exertion noise my character makes. I'm not sure I like it. Is the hockey stick? Okay, a few over here. All right, attempt number 2, the Ekron Community Center. Hades 2 launches 1.0 in 2 weeks. Nice. I never played Hades, but I heard very good things. How long are you into this run? How many days are we in now? 5 days. Oh. That was really bad timing. I can hear a good few of them in there. Yeah, here they come. Let's pull them out into the open a little bit. Ekron College, otherwise known as the Hive, yeah. Does feel a little bit like that. Community center. Really focused right now because of the reduced view cone. Making sure that I don't bite off more than I can chew here. Thank you for the follow, Dolpha. Appreciate that. Dolpha, these nuts? No, that doesn't work. Holy crap, 2 days in a row I caught a duck stream. Yeah, it's a Christmas miracle, honestly. Me streaming for 2 days. Row, row, row to you too, lady. That was a very angry zombie growl. I can hear one like here, and it just doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It keeps making me think there's one behind me. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, bud. There's a few. Yeah. I think Project Zomboid is popping off recently. No, not necessarily. Not more than usual. If anything, I think there's probably like a downtrend in concurrent players right now, probably, because we've been a while since build 42 with no update for multiplayer. I think when multiplayer drops, we'll get like another wave of players again, and a resurgence. And then when build 42 hits stable, it'll be the same. Boy, Tugger. Are these zombies blind? I think they're actually blind. Hit this one and that'll get their attention. Look. Here we go. Whee! Recently discovered this game and I'm in love. Welcome to Project Zomboid. You're in for a treat. Enjoy this this time. Yeah, we're getting fatigued. Friends and I are already waiting eagerly for the multiplayer release of Build 42. I can confirm. Yeah, there's a lot of people in the same boat. No, I don't necessarily think it's like any more popular than it is usually. If anything, like I say, slightly lower popularity than usual probably right now. That's okay, such as games between updates, you know. you have a specific mod you feel like you just can't play without? No, because I play vanilla quite often. I don't know if there's like any mods that like I feel like I wouldn't be able to play without, you know? Not even common sense. No, I don't use that mod usually. Not that it's a bad mod or anything, obviously. I very often play vanilla. I only really like to add mods when I'm trying to achieve like a certain setup. I don't know. Mod that lets you light cigarettes from ovens. I'm not as bothered by like realism as a lot of PZ players, so I don't feel like there's a lot of things to me that aren't realistic in Project Zomboid that I think still play a purpose because they're like a progressionary like hurdle. Like for example, lighting cigarettes on a stove. Which by the way, isn't that vanilla? Now? I'm pretty sure that's vanilla in build 42 now, isn't it? Like lighting cigarettes on the stove. That doesn't bother me. Or I should say it never bothered me that like you couldn't light them on a stove because yes, it's realistic. But if you're taking the smoker trait back in build 41 before they added coughing, because now if you take the smoker trait, sometimes you'll cough. But back in build 41, I always saw that as like, well, it's a trade-off for the points, right? Like finding a lighter and some cigarettes should be difficult. And it should be like a progressionary hurdle. So it never really bothered me. But yeah, now in build 42, it's like there's coughing when you're a smoker. So equally, like I'm not too bothered about that either. There are so many zombies in here, dude. Like every time I'm killing one or two, another couple come out of the woodwork. Look at this. I need to get some sleep here in a minute anyway. It's 11:30, almost midnight in game. Crowbar for prying open doors in the common sense mod. Yeah, that's a nice one. On build 41, I think that was included as part of the better lockpicking mod. I used to run that on build 41 quite often. Yeah, I don't know. Build 42, I don't feel the need for many mods right now. Like, the only reason I'm running this pack is because, like, I've tried to create, like, a certain a certain theme, a certain vibe, right? We're doing survival in like an RV, a traveling vehicle, so I kind of thought like, let's go for that whole like very scarce supplies. It's getting into like winter, we're in 10 years later, like it just kind of fits. Yeah. All right. Take a nap. Sleep through the... Oh, I think we just grew a big bushy beard. A great big bushy beard. Yep. Great big bushy beard. Quiet. We putting on weight yet? I'm still losing weight. This is the problem with like things like roasts. Like they're great for hunger and using food, but a lot of the times they just do not have the calories you need. Need to wash it back with a pop. Okay. I'm going to take one more attempt at this community center, and then I think we're going to have to wrap up because we've got the Aaron Shaw exclusive in like 30 minutes. So I'd say we've got like maybe 15 before I want to take a sort of short break. Maybe go let Frank out, see if he give him his dinner as well, maybe. Take like a quick 5-minute BRB, and then we can just chat it up about games I'm interested in at the moment. Some other games that we might have on stream soon. Because there's another couple that I want to play. Be interested to see what you guys think. All right, let's see how bad this is now. Yeah, this zombie's taking notice. It looks like it's relatively quiet down here. Or maybe we'll climb in through the gym. Now here they come. Out of the woodwork once more. Any more? Is that all of you? remove the glass from both of these windows in case we need to come back this way. Still a couple in here. I can never not hear "great big bushy beard" said any other way than by Jim Broadbent in Hot Fuzz. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's the point. A great big bushy beard. Hot Fuzz is like a British cinematic masterpiece, honestly. It made me laugh actually because Simon Pegg made like some kind of post the other day, I think, saying like you don't or it was like a reply to like an interview basically saying like you don't fucking need Shaun of the Dead 2. Which is fair enough. I love Shaun of the Dead. In fact, Shaun of the Dead is my favorite film of all time. I love zombie media and stuff, so like Shaun of the Dead is like a classic for me. Favorite film of all time, hands down. But he's right, we don't need another one. It just wouldn't be the same. Just engaged. That was quick. Yeah. My favorite line delivery in the whole film. I can't remember the exact words to the quote now either, which is gonna ruin it. But was where they're in the supermarket and they're like, "What's the situation?" And he goes, "2 angry chefs and a fuckload of cutlery." And just that line always got me, and I don't know why. I think I can't remember the exact words to do this. I know the fuckload of cutlery bit. And I can't tell you how many times I've used the gif of him loading the shotgun saying "shame." Dude, fall over, what the fuck? So good job I checked behind me there. I like getting any of you cunts a drink. No, sorry, I've got the best line. I've got the best line in the whole film. You've got a mustache? I know. Favorite line in the whole film. I've never seen those two guys in any other films as well. I can't remember their name, but the two like detectives or the two officers that were like always sarcastic and with Sergeant Angel. But like I've never seen them in anything else other than Hot Fuzz. Yeah, which year? Every year. What's your date of birth? 3rd of March. What year? Every year? Two blokes and a fuckload of cutlery, that's it, yeah. 2 blokes and a fuckload of cutlery. It really annoys me when you find these zombies that just refuse to fall over. It takes like 7 pushes. That's when muscle strain gets annoying. I don't necessarily have a problem with muscle strain at all. I think it's great, and I think a lot of people overreact about it. The only time it gets annoying is when like you have to spend like so much effort pushing one zombie. Hi Duck, how's the run going? Did they add build 42 multiplayer yet? Nope. Run's going good though. Thank you. Dude, this is turning into like a real mission clearing this place out. We've killed so many zombies in here. Okay, muscle strain again. Found a bug out. Oof, big group there. I love the line at the end from the female constable. So accurate and on point. Oh, you cheeky bastard. Morning, Angle. Love Shaun of the Dead. You mentioned Hot Fuzz being a cinematic masterpiece, and I immediately turned to Captain Promotable and told him this. Yeah, but I really love Shaun of the Dead. No. Wait, no, I did say that, didn't I? No, I did say that. Yeah. Oh, you're right. I did say that. But Shaun of the Dead is my favorite film ever. I put that above Hot Fuzz. I know that's controversial. But that scene, I genuinely think one of the best films in cinema, sorry, one of the best scenes in cinema ever was the one from Shaun of the Dead where he does the walk to the corner shop. And then he does it again after the outbreak. I just think that was one of the best scenes ever made in cinema. Like, it's so good. But how do you feel about The World's End? Meh. It was alright. Like, it was decent. But it was no Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz. And I think that's why they stopped. And that's honestly, I think that's why Simon Pegg is so against doing another one. And he explains it himself. He says, like, you know, you don't need another one. Like, let it be what it was. Like, it, you know, it was a great, like, trilogy. Just let it be what it is, right? But I think they knew that that one wasn't quite as good as the two before it. And that's okay. And it's okay to stop at that point, you know? I don't think you ever need more than a trilogy. Personally. Like, nothing ever needs more than 3. Like, there are some good bits of like pop culture that have done better, like more than 3, and it's gone well. But like, there's also a lot of examples where like they've done more than 3, and one of them's just been completely arse backwards, right? I just hate this like sort of like culture that we've had in sort of like more recent years, where we have to make like 6 movies and a spin-off of everything. You know what I mean? We can't just have like a couple seasons of something and be happy. It worked once, why not 8 more times? Investors. That's what does it. Investors. They want their money. Final Destination did 5 great films to me, though. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of things that have done lots of movies or seasons very well, but like in recent years, I just feel like most things that go over 3, they just end up shit. Except for Firefly, I will never be happy for only 1 season of Firefly. Yeah. They did a film as well, didn't they? And you know what's funny? I think is, as a kid, I say kid, young teenager, I watched Serenity because my parents had it on DVD, and I never watched Firefly. So I watched it backwards. I watched the film first, and I've never watched Firefly. So now I just feel like it's too late. I imagine having another 28 years later. I'm not sure how they could continue the plot. Is 28 years later out yet? I've honestly kind of lost track. That's another one I feel like they should have just left it alone, to be honest. Like those 3 films were a classic, right? Don't get me wrong, I've not seen them, which everybody tells me I should watch them. I've not seen them, but from what I understand, they're an absolute classic. Why do we need another one? You kidding me? 20 years later is amazing. Is it? Was it good? Stop while you're behind. I mean, it's fair enough. If it's a good film, it's a good film. But do you get the sentiment behind it? Like, we have these like really good films of old, and we feel the need to do like these, continue the story 20 years later. Shut up, right? – 28 years later, in fact. Yeah, you're right. I suppose it all comes down to how it's done, right? At the end of the day, I suppose it all comes down to whether the writers sort of like respect the source material and whether they do it justice. Oh my god. They're all coming out of the woodwork again, right? As much as I want to finish getting to these books, I think that's where we're gonna have to wrap up for today, chat, because I've got to get ready to do this Shaun preview that we've got. We've got an exclusive look at the next Shaun update from the developers. So we'll go ahead and get back to the RV. And we'll finish our... I mean, look at all the bodies, man. Like, we've gone... There's loads more of them in the lobby as well. We have made a real dent here. Moving up in the world, eh? Exclusive looks. Yeah, we've actually had a couple in the last couple of days. We played Dandelion Void yesterday, but Dandelion Void unfortunately just had like way too many bugs at the moment. Sorry, not way too many bugs. It had like a particular crash that was occurring like every 5 to 10 minutes. So it wasn't really one we could play. But we've sent that to the developers with like the crash reports and stuff, and they've said that they're going to make it like their first priority to try and get that build version stabilized so that we can try again, which would be really cool. What up, Grav? Alright. Okay. So, if you're watching this on the YouTube, thank you very much for being with us for the YouTube VOD. Just a reminder that there is a link down in the description to both the mod pack, if you want to give this setup a try for yourself, and also to the Twitch stream where these VODs are recorded live. You can go to the Twitch channel and follow it, and you'll be notified next time we're live. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.